husband.
You blowing money fast on this side. I think I'm Big Meech.
Man, oh man, what did we just see? The first exclusive clip from episode 6 of BMF between Lucille and Charles, and they were having a conversation that these two desperately needed to have. Well, officially they got to go to that steakhouse that Charles always wanted to go to. But as of right now, Lucille is telling him the truth on how she thought he was living reckless because of the dirty magazines. But right now she thinks he is the perfect gentleman. And little does she know that we know, last week we just seen Charles dirty dancing with Miss Mabel. Now I'm gonna throw in my last thoughts with this also. I just wanted to put this exclusive clip in there. So before we jump into this and break it down, if you like BMF content, breakdowns, theories, and predictions like this, then hit your subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button and follow me on Instagram. Now I'm not gonna hold you up. Let's go ahead and jump into this because I'm thinking we're about to see a shift in this season of BMF. Salute to Charles for keeping that dirty secret. Of course, the first thing we have to talk about after seeing that clip is Lucille and Charles. We know that they had their ups and downs, but hell, what relationship doesn't? We've all been there before. You may have thought something about your significant other that may have not been true, but I always tell you here on this channel, conversation rules the nation. And what I mean by that is, if you just sit down and hash out your differences, you can probably come to an agreement on certain aspects, and maybe you agree to disagree. But in this situation, we know that Lucille was holding out from Charles. Last week, we seen Charles dirty dancing with Miss Mabel for about 38 seconds. Then he went home and did the cha-cha slide for 27 with Lucille, and now she's apologizing because she thought that he may have been having an affair with Sister Riley. That wasn't true. Sister Riley was just a woman of the church looking out for the congregation. Now, Charles has been working his butt off to get to this steakhouse. We finally see them get to the infamous steakhouse. Ooh, I bet that ribeye good. Some nice wine. And Lucille admits that she asked Sister Riley about it and she was wrong. Now, Charles, he's a little nervous because he's thinking maybe Miss Mabel may have been running her mouth, but Miss Mabel hasn't said anything yet. As of right now, Miss Mabel is the type of side thing you want that's gonna stay quiet. So Charles kind of gasps a little bit, and Lucille is saying, I know you're the perfect gentleman. You're the perfect husband. You would never step out on me. Now it's gonna be up to Charles to either tell the truth or keep this away. At this point, it's looking like Charles is probably gonna keep this secret to himself because he's finally getting some loving within the house, and Lucille is showing him that respect. She hasn't even mentioned him not painting the house in a couple years. So Charles, you might be on the chopping block. I've defended you, but at this point, Lucille is opening up and she's being honest with you. I think we're going to see Charles admit to what he did. We're going to see a change in Charles this week. If not episode 6, episode 7, we're going to see Charles, in my opinion, admit to his wrongdoings with Miss Mabel. Now that we got all that lovey-dovey stuff out the way, let's talk about Lamar. Lamar has a shotgun. Lamar is not playing. Lamar wants revenge. We know the Flennory boys are back in town. That prayer held them over for at least 24 hours. But right now, it doesn't look like Lamar's playing. He may have added 1 or 2 more chains around his neck from snatching it from people on the streets. So what I'm expecting to see from Lamar is full out rampage. We're about to see Lamar turn it up like we seen in season 1. You see how he did Slick and Slim and everybody and Nito and Tiny and random people, co-star number 8, extra number 7. Lamar doesn't care who you are. If you're on this show and you cross paths with Lamar, little Darius, RIP, then it's going to be ugly for you. So right now, Lamar with a shotgun is not a pretty sight for anybody, randoms or our stars. But I'm thinking Lamar is going to come up against a lot of people. He doesn't have anyone in his corner. So in episode 6, we're going to start to see that because we know that in the pictures that we're going to show next, we see Sterling. Now it looks like Meech and Terry are going to be partnering up with him to try to get at Lamar. The only problem is you don't come after Lamar. Lamar comes after you. That's how he does it. He's the hunter. He's never the prey. So Meech and Terry, I think they're going to have a lot that they're going to have to look over their shoulders, but we also know that they're trying to bring the fight to the front line to go against Lamar. I'm expecting to see Lamar turn up for us because that's what we know Lamar to do. And he's had a nice period of time to recover. So hopefully Lamar is Lamar. Here's Sterling with our boy Terry. And like I said, these two, they're going to have to come together and they're going to have to figure out something. And what I mean figure out something is, how the hell we going to get Lamar out of here? We just seen him with a shotgun. The boys in the trailer, they running around with MAC-10s. They shooting from a distance. Lamar's trying to get up on you and finish you. So it looks like Sterling is the real deal because K9 vouched for him. Now, I don't know how this little partnership with Sterling is going to work because of the differences between Meech and K9. You see what I'm saying? Or Sterling could be with the PA boys. He could be like an independent contractor. I don't have any loyalty to anybody except for who's paying me. So this partnership should work. But then again, this is Lamar. We just talked about how Lamar doesn't care who you are. You could be an extra. You could be a star. It doesn't matter. He was just shooting at the cops too. He doesn't care. So hopefully Sterling is the real deal and we can at least see him till maybe episode 8 if they kill him off. But hopefully he's still around. There's really nothing else to say about this picture right here. This is low-key iconic for Meech. This is showing Meech stepping on the playfield and letting people know I'm here. BMF is the real deal. He knows a new recipe to turn one brick into two. So we got to emphasize on that. He's the only one. Him and his brother are the only ones in Detroit that know how to do this. And why is this very vital? Because they were in a drought. Boom. They owe him some money via Terry. K9. He can't give him no work via Meech and B Mickey messing up. So right now, anyone that has work, they're holding on to it for that higher price. See, for Meech, with him being able to turn one brick into two, he can then sell anything that he has for a lower price because he has more. You see what I'm saying? Supply and demand. Everyone's going to hate this, but this is a real power move. And this is Meech turning into Big Meech right in front of our eyes. And BMF is officially on the scene, and everybody that's somebody will notice in episode 6. The Marquisha and Terry storyline, we know how this is going to have to play out. We already seen Terry putting it all on the line to try to go at Boom for putting his hands on Marquisha. What was the last thing he did before he went down to Atlanta, where they were supposed to lay low for a while? Yeah, he went to go see Marquisha, and now he owes Boom. And now he's back with Marquisha when he's in Detroit. So we know that these two are going to have to see face to face. I don't know how it's going to play out. Maybe Sterling is here to get at Boom also. Get Boom out the way. We ain't got to worry about that. Get Lamar out the way. Then it's pretty much smooth selling. But this relationship between these two are going to grow. I want to see how they play it out with Boom. Is Terry going to have to get at Boom, or are they going to have someone else get at Boom so he can have his love of his life, Marquisha, and get away from Wanda a little bit? So that's what I'm most interested in seeing, is how their relationship plays out and we remove Boom from it. And you already know the BMF crew got his back. Rolling in the back looking, and you know he down for the cause. He was in the whip when they had to take our boy Meech to the hospital. Now, this is the official BMF crew here. We know B Mickey's part of BMF. But are we really considering B Mickey BMF right now with all the information that we know? Well, that's a hard decision. We're going to have to leave that up to Meech. So as of right now, B Mickey's nowhere to be found. That's typical of him. And it looks like they're at a crime scene. Someone got shot. I don't know who it was. Could have been B Mickey. We don't know. But for the whole BMF crew to be here, B Mickey might have been the one that actually got shot. We're going to have to find out. All right, let me know what you think. Who do you think is at this crime tape? Who do you think is shot here? Did Lamar do it? Is it B Mickey? Is it Boom? What the hell is going on here? Let me know what you think. Make sure you tune in tonight for the first reaction right after the show goes off. Man, it's going to be a good one. I can just feel it. And tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, Friday, for the BMF after show discussion of episode 6. I'm J. If you like this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.